What's the hidden difference between looking wealthy and actually being wealthy? And why does this gap decide who stays stressed and who gains real freedom?
You know what's crazy? Right now, someone is posting their luxury vacation on social media while secretly panicking about their credit card bill. And someone else is driving a 10-year-old Honda while quietly building a 7-figure investment portfolio. The difference between these two people: one understands wealth, the other only understands appearance. And I'm about to show you why this distinction could literally change your entire financial future. Let me start with something that'll blow your mind. Studies show that nearly 80% of people living in luxury apartments have less than $1,000 in savings. Think about that. The person in the penthouse might actually be broker than the person in the studio apartment. Why? Because they've confused looking rich with being rich, and that's the most expensive mistake you can make. Picture wealth and appearance as two completely different bank accounts. Every dollar you spend can only go into one. When you buy a $3,000 designer handbag, that money fills your appearance account. People see it, they're impressed, you get that instant gratification. But your wealth account, still empty. Now imagine taking that same $3,000 and investing it in an index fund earning 10% annually. In 30 years, without adding another penny, that becomes over $52,000. The handbag? Probably worth $200 at a consignment shop if you're lucky. Here's where it gets interesting. I had a client named Marcus who came to me 5 years ago. Marcus was making $95,000 a year as a software developer. Decent money, right? But he was driving a $70,000 Mercedes, wearing a Rolex, living in a luxury high-rise. His friends thought he was crushing it. The reality? Marcus had $28,000 in credit card debt, no emergency fund, and was one layoff away from complete financial disaster. He looked rich but was actually broke. Compare that to his colleague Jennifer, same salary, same company. Jennifer drove a paid-off Toyota, wore a $50 Casio watch, and lived in a modest apartment. Her friends probably thought Marcus was doing way better, but here's the kicker. Jennifer had $180,000 invested in her 401k and index funds, 0 debt, and 6 months of expenses saved. 5 years later, Marcus is still paying off debt from his rich lifestyle. Jennifer? She just bought her first rental property with cash and is on track to retire at 50. This is what I call the wealth illusion trap, and millions of people are stuck in it right now. They're spending money they don't have to impress people they don't like, buying things they don't need. And the worst part, social media has turned this into a competitive sport. Let me give you the visual that changed everything for me. Imagine 2 trees. Tree A is beautiful, Instagram perfect, covered in expensive decorations, sparkling lights, ornaments, the works. Stunning to look at. Tree B looks plain, maybe even boring. But here's the thing. Tree A has shallow roots because all the energy went into decoration. One strong wind and it topples. Tree B invested everything in deep roots. It doesn't look impressive, but it's unmovable. It'll outlast every storm and eventually grow taller than Tree A ever could. Appearance is the decorations. Wealth is the roots. Now, I know what you're thinking. Does this mean I can never enjoy my money? Do I have to live like a monk? Absolutely not. This isn't about deprivation. It's about understanding the difference between strategic spending and status spending. Strategic spending enhances your life. Status spending just enhances other people's perception of your life. Here's a practical example. Let's say you want a nice car. The appearance-focused person finances a brand new $80,000 luxury SUV. Monthly payment, $1,200 for 6 years, total paid. Over $86,000, plus insurance and maintenance. The wealth-focused person buys a 3-year-old certified pre-owned luxury car for $40,000, pays cash or gets a low-interest loan, pays it off in 2 years. They take the difference, that $800, $1,000 a month, and invest it. In 20 years, at a modest 8% return, that's an additional $470,000 in their investment account. Same comfort, same reliability, but one person built wealth while the other built debt. Here's another surprising fact that most people don't know. The average millionaire drives a 4-year-old car with 41,000 miles on it. Not a Ferrari, not a Lamborghini. A regular, reliable car. Because actual wealthy people understand that a car is a depreciating asset. It loses value the moment you drive it off the lot. They'd rather put their money in appreciating assets. Stocks, real estate, businesses. Things that make them richer over time. And speaking of real millionaires, let me share something that shocked me when I first learned it. Thomas Stanley wrote a book called The Millionaire Next Door, where he studied actual millionaires in America. You know what he found? Most millionaires live in middle-class neighborhoods, not mansions. They shop at regular stores. They buy used cars. Many of them are self-employed or own small businesses you've never heard of. They became millionaires precisely because they didn't waste money trying to look like millionaires. But here's where the emotional part comes in, and this is important. I get it. There's real psychological pressure to keep up appearances. When your friends are posting luxury vacations and you're staying home, it stings. When your coworker rolls up in a brand new BMW and you're driving your paid-off Civic, there's a moment of, am I falling behind? That feeling is real, and it's by design. Our brains are wired to compare ourselves to others. It's called social comparison theory, and it's why the appearance game is so dangerous. The antidote. Change what you're measuring. Stop measuring success by what people can see, and start measuring it by what actually matters. Your net worth, your financial freedom, your stress levels about money. I promise you, the person in the fancy car stuck in rush hour traffic worrying about their car payment is not happier than you are in your paid-off vehicle with a growing investment account. Let me give you some actionable tips you can use starting today. First, calculate your wealth ratio. Take your net worth. That's everything you own minus everything you owe, and divide it by your age. Multiply that by 10. That number should equal your annual income. If it's less, you're probably overspending on appearance. Second, before any major purchase, ask yourself, will this make me richer or just look richer? If the answer is just looks, pause. Third, automate your wealth building. Set up automatic transfers to investment accounts before you can spend the money on appearance items. Pay your wealthy self first. Here's a hypothetical scenario that might hit home. Imagine two 25-year-olds, Alex and Jordan. Both earn $60,000 a year. Alex spends $500 a month on car payments, $200 on designer clothes, $300 eating out at trendy restaurants. That's $1,000 a month on appearance. Jordan invests that same $1,000 monthly in low-cost index funds. Fast forward 40 years to retirement. Alex spent $480,000 on temporary appearances that are now worthless. Jordan? That money grew to over $6.3 million at a 10% average return. Same income, same time period. One person retired a multi-millionaire. The other is still working because they have to. Now, I have to be transparent about the risks here. Building wealth the smart way isn't sexy. It's not instant. You won't get the dopamine hit of posting your new designer purchase. Your friends might not understand why you're cheap. There's a real social cost to choosing wealth over appearance, especially when you're young. You might feel left out. You might question if it's worth it when everyone else seems to be living their best life. But here's what I know after working with hundreds of clients. The people who choose wealth over appearance in their 20s and 30s have something in their 40s and 50s that the appearance-focused people desperately wish they had. Options. Financial freedom. The ability to say no to jobs they hate. The ability to retire early. The ability to help their kids. The ability to sleep at night without anxiety about money. That's what wealth buys you. Appearance buys you likes and temporary validation. Think about it this way. Appearance is renting admiration. Wealth is owning peace of mind. And you can't finance peace of mind at 23% APR. So here's my challenge to you. And this is your call to action. For the next 30 days, track every single purchase and label it honestly. Is this for wealth or appearance? Don't judge yourself. Just observe. At the end of 30 days, add up both columns. I guarantee you'll be shocked. Most people spend 70% of their discretionary income on appearance and wonder why they're not building wealth. Once you see it, you can change it. And here's the beautiful irony I'll leave you with. 10 years from now, actual wealth will make you look richer than any designer item ever could. The person who can retire early, travel without checking their bank account, help their family, donate to causes they believe in. That person radiates a confidence and security that no luxury brand can manufacture. Real wealth is the ultimate status symbol. It's just invisible until it sets you free. The question isn't whether you can afford to look rich. The question is whether you can afford not to actually be rich. Choose wisely.